Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs and back to our TypeScript series. In this video, we are going to talk about one very special chapter that is called Enum. A very simple, you can say Enum or enumeration also, you can say that. So whatever, you must have seen this concept in Java or so what is Enum? Enum is a new data type or a special data type in TypeScript, we can say that, which will hold what? It will hold the set of different constants values that we are having, right? So for example, if I'm having, let's say, 4 or 5 constants, so instead of creating 4 variables, we can create a single enum and then we can hold all these values in the single enum. So there are 3 types of enum we will talk about. One is the numeric type. So you can say the number type or numeric type also we can say that. So let's write a numeric type. Second type, we are going to talk about the string type. And the third type is a combination of numeric and a string that we are going to talk about the heterogeneous. Enum also we can create that. So let's talk about the first, which is a numeric type enum. How to create that? So let's see, for example, I really want to maintain 4 different browsers. So I'll start with the enum as a keyword and then give a nice name of the enum. For example, let's say I'm giving the name is browser and then how many values that you want to define in this particular browser. So let's say I'm starting with Chrome. No need to write with double quote, nothing. So C capital, whatever you want to write, you can write it anything, comma separated. So let's see 4 values I'm defining. Firefox, and let's see Safari browser and then the Edge browser also here. And remember one thing, the default value of the Chrome is 0, Firefox 1, this is 2 and this is 3 like this, right? So by default, every value will start with the 0. So by default, this is actually available at the, you cannot say the 0th position or not the index. This is not the array, but by default, the Chrome is holding 0, right? So for example, if I say that console.log, and if I'm saying that from this browser enum, give me the Chrome value, what will you get here? So give me the Chrome value means whatever the default value of the Chrome will be given to you. So if you don't define it here, the default value will be Chrome is equal to 0. Can you see Chrome equal to 0 will be given here. For same thing for Firefox, the default value of the Firefox will be 1 here. So it will always incremental order. If Chrome is 0, Firefox will be 1. If Firefox is equal to 1, then Safari will be 2 and then Edge will be like this, right? So Edge will be 3 in that case. So it will start from 0. But let's run it and let's see. So first I'll do one thing. I'm just going to compile this particular code with the help of TypeScript compiler. And then let's compile it. When you compile it, it will generate one enum concept.js. Let's see what is the code. Equivalent code in JavaScript. You can say it's creating a function against the enum because enum is not supported in JavaScript. It's a feature of TypeScript. So you can see that it's little complex and then creating the functions internally and then Chrome is equal to 0, Firefox 1 and so on, right? So we don't need to write this code. It will be compiled to JavaScript. And now we are going to run this particular JavaScript with the node. So here I'm writing enum.js. You can say Chrome is giving me 0 here. Site. If I really say that, okay, console.log and give me the full enum values. So see this, how exactly it will be printed, the complete browser. The complete browser means the complete enum, I'm printing it. So again, compile it and then run it. So compile it and then node run it. Can you see that it's written like Chrome 0, Firefox 1, Safari 2 and Edge 3. So, and then it will give you in the reverse order also. So it will print it like this, that on 0, Chrome is available, Firefox 2, Safari, 3 Edge, Chrome 0 like this. So this is called reverse mapping, also supported in Enum. So it will hold both the values. It says that, okay, on 0th position, Chrome is available and the Chrome is actually having 0th available here like that, right? So for example, if I say that, what is the value of browser dot Safari in that case? So we are accessing Safari. Safari is what 2. So 2 will be printed on the console, right? So let's run it again. So I'm just going to compile it. So see, whenever you make changes, you have to compile it and then you run it again. So you are getting for Safari 2. So you can say 0, 1 and 2. Safari is 2 available here. Perfect. So this is simple enum, numeric enum that we have created. But let's see, what if you really want to give the values? Can we give that? Yes. So whatever the value that you want to give, you can give it here. So let's see, I don't want to give the default value. I'll say, okay, Chrome is equal to 5 in that case. So what is the next value for Firefox? So let's see, only for Chrome, I have given 5. So Firefox will automatically take 6. Can you see it here? Firefox 6 and Safari will be 7 and Edge will be 8. So what is the output for Chrome and Safari? 5, 6, and 7. So 5 and 7 will be printed here. So it's not like all the time you have to give 1. If you don't give it, by default, it will take 1. Right? So let's run it again. Again, compile it. And then I'm running it. So let's see, we are checking for Chrome and Safari. So let's run it. So you can say if Chrome is equal to 5, then Safari will be 7 in that case. Can I give any other number? So let's see, if I'm giving that 9 here, then what is the value of Safari? The value of Safari will be 10. So it will always check what is the previous value. The previous value is Firefox, which is pointing to 9. So Safari will start pointing to 10 in that case. So it is always in the +1 incremental order from the previous value, right? So let's run it again, save it, compile it. And with the node, I'm going to run it again. So now you can say that Chrome 5, Firefox is 9, but Safari will be 10 in that case. So what is the value of Edge? Edge will be in that case 11, right? Because this is Firefox is 9, Safari 10. So Edge will automatically 11 in that case, always in the +1 incremental order. Okay. So this is the simple basic rule that we have to understand here. You can give any other value for, if you really want to define, let's see, for Safari, I really want to give 12. And then for Edge browser, I really want to give 30. It's up to you, whatever the value that you want to give it here. So let's see if I'm printing the complete browser now, what exactly the output for the browser is coming. So let's compile it again. And then I'm going to print it with the node. I'm going to run it. So here you can say whatever the value that you have given, 5, 9, 12, and 30 will be printed here. Perfect. So up to you what exactly you want to give. So this is called the numeric type, right? Okay. Can we calculate some value and then assign to the specific value like Chrome, Firefox or something? Yes, that also we can do it over here. So for example, let's see, I'm just going back to normal. Chrome is equal to nothing. Firefox equal to this. Make sure that, okay, you have to put the comma and then Safari equal to this. So I'll do one thing. I'm going to create a let's see, function here, right? So I'll do one thing. I'm going to create one function and let's see, get version function that I'm going to create. And this get version function say that you have to give me the browser name. Browser name will be the string type. And then we will return a number. It means I want to return, let's see, some version will be in a number format, right? Then I'm putting one condition here that if whatever the browser name, if it is equal to, if it is equal to Chrome, then do what? Then you say that you have to return, let's see, 115 here, right? If it is not equal to Chrome, then you return, let's see, -1 from here. That's a simple function that I have created. Now, if I really want to assign the Chrome value, I can write Chrome is equal to what? I can call this function get version here, and then I can supply that, okay, hey, I'm going to give you Chrome here, like this. I can call like this get version, but why it is giving me the error for Firefox, Safari and everything? See, if I mouse over, it says that Enum must have the initializer. So see this. Whenever the first line, if you have written like Chrome equal to get version, which is taking some value from this particular method, we are passing Chrome. So it will give you 115 and 115 will be given to Chrome. So what we have to do for all the non-initializer, you have to write in the beginning like this. Okay, put a comma here and then the error is gone. So that is the format that in the enum you have to follow, that all the non-initializer you have to write in the beginning, and then this value is actually taking or computed from this particular method, then you have to call this at the end, right? So simple formula that you have to follow that. If you don't want to maintain this formula, you don't want to maintain in the beginning, again back to like this, it will start giving you error. But in that case, you have to assign some value to the Firefox, right? So in that case, you have to assign some value, let's see, 1. Then the error is gone here like that. But better to avoid that confusion, what we do, we always initialize the non-initialization values. Like we always write the non-initialization value in the beginning, and then Chrome is taking from the get version here like that, right? Or you can add multiple if-else conditions for Firefox, Safari, and Edge also. Like this also we can do it. right? So now I'll do one thing. I'm just capturing, give me what is browser.chrome. So browser.chrome means it will Firefox, Edge, Safari, whatever. The Chrome is equal to get version. It will take condition is true. It will give you 115 over here. So Chrome is equal to 115 in that case, right? So let's run it. Let's see. So I'm going to compile it once again. So let's compile it and then run it. So here you can say that Chrome 115, we are getting it here. Perfect. But if I ask you that, okay, what is the value of Firefox? See, if you mouse over Firefox, in the beginning, we have declared no initialization we have done. So Firefox by default, it will take 0. This is 1, this is 2. And for Chrome, we are taking from this particular method. We can do it like this as well, right? Okay. So let's see, for example, if I really want to calculate the Edge browser. So I'll say that Edge is equal to get version and whatever the Chrome version that I'm passing. So let's see Chrome, and then do one thing that you multiply by 5 here. Like this also we can do it, right? So in that case, whatever the get version Chrome we are passing, 115 will be given, 115 multiply by 5, and then it will be assigned to the Edge browser. That also we can do it here like that. The browser dot Edge browser also. So let's do it again. Compile it and run it. So here you can say we are getting 575 here, because when you calculate 115 multiplied by 5 is equal to 575, you will be getting it here. Simple. So like this also we can do it. So remember one thing, that whenever you have to declare, all the non-initialization will be coming first. And then after whatever, how exactly you're calling, if you're calling a function, then you are initializing it. That should be the second part. So first non-initialization and then the initialization part. Remember this thing. Okay, so this is simple numeric type enums that we have declared. Now let's talk about the string type of enum. String enum, how to declare that? See, string enum means we have to give some string values. So for example, again, I'm writing enum here. And let's say I'm writing some environment. Environment means, let's see, multiple QA environment or dev environment, stage environments are available like this. And then I'm maintaining some environment values here. So for example, let's see, if I'm writing that, if I'm writing dev environment is equal to, I can give some value, let's see dev here. So I can initialize the values like this dev. And let's see, for QA, I'm writing, this is my QA environment. Then I'm writing something, let's see, stage environment, which is equal to double quote or single quote, whatever you want to write. Let's see stage environment. And then I'm writing, let's see, this is the production environment is equal to prod environment here like that. So 4 environment values that we have given, dev, QA, and stage. So if you really want to access, you can access that. So let's see, I'm printing once again, let's see full environment. First of all, let's see what is the output for this. So let me just compile it again. And then I'm going to run it again with the node. So here you can say dev QA, there's a stage this and prod this. If I really want to access the specific value, so I see I can use it in my framework somewhere. If you environment is equal to dev, in that case, run my test cases on the dev environment or something like this. So I can say that environment.dev, and then I'm coming here once again, compile it and then run it again. So here you can say, yes, we are getting dev over here. I can write this thing in my if else condition also, that environment.dev is equal to dev, then initialize the properties from the dev environment or something like this, or run my test cases on the dev environment or respective QA environment like this, something like this. I can use my logic accordingly here. There is one more way of printing it. So let's see, this is the environment. You can write the square bracket also, and then whatever you want to print. So I'm saying that, okay, what is the value of stage environment? So environment stage like this also, you can use it. So environment dot stage, or put a square bracket and then give the respective keys, whatever you have defined. So stage is equal to small stage. That will be given to us. So let's run it again and compile it and then run it. So here you can say we are getting stage here. So the string environment also, I mean, string enums also, you can define it here. Then let's talk about the third one. The third one that we were talking about, I told you, right? Heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means multiple types of data we can store it. So for example, let's see, if I'm writing some enum, and I'm maintaining, let's see, some status. And here I'm writing if user is, let's see, is active, right? So here I'm writing once again, let's see, active, which is equal to, in single quote, I'm writing active here. So this is what a string type that we have defined. Then I'm writing if it is deactive, user is deactive, then I'm saying it's one. So it is numeric type value that we have defined like this. And then I'm writing another state also, that is, let's see, pending state, pending status. So what is the value of pending? That also we will see. But here you can say that one is a string and one is numeric. And when I, uh, let's see, simple write status dot active, and then I'm writing console.log. I'm writing once again status dot pending and status dot deactive also we can use it here. So simple status dot deactive we can print it. So let's see what exactly it is giving me the output. So although if you mouse over on the pending, if deactive is starting with one, so obviously pending will be considered as a numeric one, and then it will take two over here. I told you, right? Plus one incremental order it will pick. Okay, so let's simple compile it and then run it again. So here you can say here active 1 and 2. So mixture of both the things also you can use it here. So this is called heterogeneous enum. So it's a very simple data type, very simple structure, and start using it. It looks like we are working with like Java programming language as compared to JavaScript. But the same thing, if you see the JavaScript code here, it is converting the JavaScript code like this. It's creating a function against the enum in the background in the JavaScript like this. I hope this is clear. So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all.